Welcome to the Gold Report, where we inspire you to be 10% more courageous. Please like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. I'm so excited to introduce today's guest. He is just a fantastic, fierce, independent, freedom-minded physician. Dr. Scott Jensen is a former candidate for Minnesota governor. He's a dad, husband, longtime family physician, and former Minnesota state senator for Carver County. In 2016, he was named the Minnesota Family Doctor of the Year. I just have to say, that is the thing that I find so impressive, that one particular physician could be picked by their peers and by their patients to be the best doctor in the state. It's just outstanding. And he continued to work as a family physician while he was serving in the Minnesota State Senate. In 2020, he advocated to end Governor Walz's emergency powers and advocated for children to be able to return to the classroom. He's currently suing the Medical Board of Minnesota and the Attorney General of Minnesota to protect against the weaponization of public office for political purposes. So this is something I know quite a bit about, and Dr. Jensen and I will share that information with you, how we're fighting back against the state medical boards. Welcome, Dr. Jensen. So Dr. Jensen, it's always so great to see you.
Thank you.
And, you know, you and I have a lot in common. I mean, one of those things is that we keep pushing back on the tyrannical powers in our state and our federal government. And as you know, I've taken on the California Medical Board, and I know that you've taken on the Minnesota Medical Board. And how is that going?
Well, it's going well, Simone. I have to tell you about a brief interaction I had with a patient this morning. The patient was very supportive and very encouraging and said, you know, Doc, I really appreciate all that you're doing for so many of us. And I said to him, you know, had I known what my life would look like 4 years ago, I think I might have moved to Africa. Yeah. And he laughed. And I said, if someone had told me that I was going to push back against the President of the United States in September of 2021, when he decided unilaterally in a press conference to tell America that he was going to mandate vaccines for employers greater than 50 employees or greater than 100 employees, for me to push back publicly and for me to be in this role of being investigated by the Minnesota Board of Medical Practice 6 different times, some 18 allegations, for me to be in a role where now I've been exonerated, the allegations have all been dismissed, and now I'm in the process of suing the Minnesota Board of Medical Practice, as well as the Attorney General of Minnesota, for infringement on my First Amendment rights. It's an astonishing journey that I've traveled, and I know that in so many ways, Simone, you've traveled that exact same path.
Yeah, listening to you, it's always such a pleasure. So, just to remind our viewers, you and I met in 2020, and we really didn't know what the world had in store for us. And I think we each just took the ethical, honorable step forward in each direction for our patients. And it's been astonishing. My case is really all about free speech, and they didn't allege any patient care issues, but they really attacked my political speech, my freedom speech on January 6th, which was clearly political speech, et cetera. But I think I said this to you before, and I mentioned it in the intro, that you are one of the most beloved family physicians in your entire state. That is an unbelievable lifetime achievement. It's for me as a doctor, I can't even honestly think of a bigger honor. It's bigger than the Nobel Prize. I just think it's incredible. So I'm reminding our viewers of that, because if they can go after somebody who is unbelievably popular, and you are a state senator on top of that. So I wanted to say, God bless you for fighting back, because you're at least in a position where you can fight back. You have a sterling reputation.
You're listening to The Gold Report with Dr. Simone Gold. To watch this week's full episode of The Gold Report, please visit www.thegoldreport.com.